Good morning, sir.
So let us start today's topic. In the last class, we have seen the two forces acting on a body will make the balance force or imbalance force. Understood? In the last class, we have seen all these figures. So if two forces acting on a body, then four different situations may occur. First situation is that only one force is acting in one direction, so the object will move in that direction, means the direction of the force. In the second also, the motion is applied, the force is applied in the opposite direction, then the object will move in the opposite direction only. In figure number C, the third figure, two forces X and Y are applied in opposite direction, and if these two forces are equal, then the movement of the body will not occur. Okay, the body will remain at the same position, and this kind of force is called balanced force. What is? Understanding? Balanced force?
Yes,
If
sir.
two forces acting in opposite direction such that there is no motion in the body, in the object, then the force is said to be balanced force. Okay, and see here in the fourth figure, F2 means the force applied towards Y is greater than the force applied F1. So the force applied in the left direction is more than the force applied in the right direction, then the body will move in the direction of the force applied greater force applied in that direction, the object will start moving. Means in the left direction, in the direction of F2, the body will move. Now my one question is that if you understand all these things, suppose a heavy trunk or a heavy object you are pushing against you and you are not able to push the object. Okay, understanding what I am saying?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose
sir.
Yes,
a
sir.
heavy object is there. Suppose a big stone is there, 2-3 quintals stone is there, and you are applying force in this direction. Okay, in this direction, and this stone does not move anywhere. हिलता भी नहीं है. So what kind of force you can say? Is it a balanced force or unbalanced force?
Unbalanced force.
Why? We have seen that in balanced force, if the two forces are equal, then the object will not move anywhere. Okay. Now suppose this object, heavy object, is kept on a trolley. Okay. इसमें व्हील्स लगे हुए हैं, उस व्हील्स लगे हुए ट्रॉली पर ये ऑब्जेक्ट रखा हुआ है और अब आप इसको फोर्स लगाते हो तो ये मूव कर रहा है. ठीक है. Understand?
Unbalanced force.
What is
Unbalanced
this
force.
kind of force?
Sir,
It is
unbalanced
called
force.
unbalanced force. Unbalanced force. And in the first condition, when the object is kept on the surface only without wheel, and we have no option to move. Okay, so why it is called unbalanced force? Unbalanced force means an opposite force will also act on that. Okay, so where was the opposite force here? Can you say? इसको हम धक्का लगा रहे थे, ये हिला नहीं. इसका मतलब इस फोर्स को बैलेंस करने के लिए एक अपोजिट फोर्स भी लग रहा होगा कहीं ना कहीं.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
where was the force applied in the opposite direction? Here on the surface. This is called the frictional force. Okay. So frictional force is opposing our applied force. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So that's why the object was not moving. Understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
in that direction, the friction force was applied there. That's why the object was not moving. I think it is clear now. So about all this discussion, what the conclusion we have found? The first conclusion is that when a single force is applied on an object, the object will move in the direction of the applied force. Okay? If a single force, not friction force also. Friction force is applied means two forces are acting on the body. One force applied by the human being and one force is applied by the frictional force. So I'm not talking about the two forces. I'm talking about the single force. Okay. If single force is applied on a body, then the body will move in the direction of the applied force. This is the first conclusion. When two or more forces are applied on an object, two or more, remember it, two forces may be applied, more than two forces may be applied. The object will move in the direction of the net force acting on the object. Force is a vector quantity, na? Force has a direction. So if two or more forces are applied on a body, then on the body exactly some net force will be there. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
मान लो एक आदमी को तीन आदमी चार आदमी रस्सी बांध के चार तरफ से खींच रहा है, ठीक है ना? तो वो आदमी किधर मूव करेगा बताओ? वो चारों फोर्स मिला के जितना नेट फोर्स जनरेट हो रहा है उस आदमी के ऊपर, उस नेट फोर्स का डायरेक्शन जिधर होगा उधर ही मूव करेगा. Yes or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that is the direction of the object. And in this way you can say the force is a vector quantity. Clear? So
Yes,
I
sir.
think you understood the balanced force and unbalanced force also.
Yes, sir.
Balanced force means if the resultant of all forces acting on a body is zero. जैसे हमने अभी बात किया ना टू और मोर फोर्सेस, तो जब नेट फोर्स जीरो हो जाएगा, मतलब जितने तरह के फोर्स लग रहे हैं 4 5 6 7 8 जो भी फोर्स लग रहे हैं वो सब एक दूसरे को अपोज कर रहे हैं इक्वल अमाउंट में, तो नेट फोर्स जीरो हो जाएगा ना. अंडरस्टैंडिंग और नॉट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So if the net force is zero, then it is called balanced force. Okay, and the object will not move in any direction. And the unbalanced force means if the resultant of all force acting on a body is not zero, either it will be more than one or whatever the amount will be, but it will be not zero, then the force is called unbalanced force. And in such a case, the acceleration of the object is not zero. If force is applied means there is a motion. If unbalanced force will be there, then there is a motion. And
Yes.
if there is
Yes,
a motion,
sir.
if there is a motion, there will be a velocity. And if there is a velocity, there will be acceleration. Understanding?
Yes,
So,
sir.
acceleration of the object is not zero and its velocity changes. That is, net force changes. State of the rest means rest का state को जो वो ऑब्जेक्ट रखा हुआ था एक जगह पे नो मोशन में रेस्ट में, वो चेंज हो जाएगा, मीन्स वो अब मोशन में आ जाएगा, और द स्टेट ऑफ यूनिफॉर्म मोशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. So if the object is moving by the applying two or more force or a single force also even, then the force is called unbalanced force. That is, you have to remember. So in the notes that you got from the school, a table is made there, okay, and showing the difference between balanced force and unbalanced force. What we have talked right now, this is all listed here, okay. So you have to go through the notes given, and all these things are written once again in the form of a table, okay. Now the same thing is there, what we have discussed here now. In that table, balanced force and unbalanced force are listed in the form of difference in a table, and you go through that, the same thing you will find. So I think it is not needed to be discussed here, it is already discussed. Now the important thing, what the target of this chapter is, the law of motion, okay. In very first stage, you have heard about a physicist, a scientist, Galileo. Do you heard the name?
Yes,
No,
sir.
Galileo Galilei.
Yes,
Galileo
sir.
का नाम नहीं सुना? So
Yes,
it
sir.
was Galileo. It was Galileo that has made the telescope first. ना, वही वो गैलीलियो है. तो उन गैलीलियो ने ये सबसे पहले पाया था कि objects move with constant speed when no force is acting on them. Suppose one initial force is applied and no force again applying, okay, so the object will start continuously moving. Understanding? यदि एक ऑब्जेक्ट को थोड़ा सा पुश करके छोड़ दो, है ना, तो वो ऑब्जेक्ट हमेशा के लिए मूवेबल हो जाएगा, हमेशा के लिए. कब तक रहेगा? जब तक कि कोई उसमें दूसरा फोर्स उसको रोकने के लिए या उसका स्पीड को बढ़ाने के लिए न लगाए. अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, sir.
See here, he observed that when a marble rolls down inclining plane, suppose this is the inclined plane here, and one marble, glass marble, you know ना, कंचा जिसको बोलते हैं.
Yes, sir.
तो ये कंचा जो है वो यहाँ से ऊपर से छोड़ दिया, केवल छोड़ दिया, तो ये अपने आप रोल करेगा कि नहीं नीचे की ओर?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. And why it will roll down? Which force
Because
is? Because of the force of
surrounding
gravitation. Gravitational force is acting on, na? So in this figure we have shown, and suppose this marble is going in upward direction, then what we'll find? The going upward direction will slow down the motion.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what we have made in the figure here, in this direction it is going, it may go in that direction, it may go on that direction depending on the inclinity of the plane. जितना inclined होगा उसके हिसाब से वो जाएगा. तो जितना कम inclination होगा उतना दूर ज्यादा ट्रेवल करेगा, ठीक है ना. और जैसे जैसे इंक्लाइन इसका हाई होगा वो कम दूरी तय करेगा. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? Or if no inclination is there, only plane is there, then the object will move more, travel more distance. Understanding? If no force is applied on that, means there is no friction on that surface. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
It will start continue moving on. So further Newtons have studied about the motion, and he found that, see, I have written here, Newton further studied Galileo's idea on force and motion and presented three fundamental laws govern the motion of object. Then, after studying Galileo's idea, Newtons have given three laws of motion that we have to study in this chapter. That is called first law of motion, second law of motion, and third law of motion. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what the first law of motion is saying that if an object is in rest or in motion, कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट यदि रेस्ट में है तो वो हमेशा रेस्ट में ही रहेगा, और यदि कोई ऑब्जेक्ट मोशन में है तो वो मोशन में ही रहेगा until external force is applied on that object. Understanding? चलो एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. आप एक फुटबॉल को किक करते हो ग्राउंड पे, है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
किक करने से पहले फुटबॉल का मोशन क्या है? जीरो मोशन है, रेस्ट में है.
रेस्ट.
जब तक कोई फोर्स उस बॉल पर ना लगे तब तक क्या वो बॉल मूव करेगा?
नो सर.
No,
No, sir.
नहीं मूव करेगा. और मान लो तेज हवा का झोंका आया तो
यस सर.
yes, sir.
मूव करेगा. तो वो हवा
Yes.
का झोंका भी तो एक फोर्स बना रहा है ना उसके ऊपर. तो किसी भी तरह से एनी हाउ देयर विल बी अ फोर्स टू स्टार्ट द ऑब्जेक्ट व्हिच इज इन द रेस्ट. ओके, until it will be always maintain the rest position. ओके, मान लो अब वो किक कर दिया उसको थोड़ा सा और वो चलना शुरू किया, तो न्यूटन्स ने कहा कि वो तब तक चलता रहेगा जब तक कि फिर से उसको कोई हम फोर्स लगा के ना रोकें. ठीक है, उसको रोकने के लिए फिर से कोई ना कोई फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा.
Sir,
बट
friction
वी
force.
सी दैट यस,
The friction force
then we
applied on
see
the
that
football then.
हाँ, if you are not applying any force on the running football or the moving football, then it will not stop. But we see that after traveling some distance, the football becomes in rest. Yes or not?
Yes.
यस सर.
थोड़ा दूर जाके फिर से रुक जाता है कि नहीं? तो वहां पर कौन सा फोर्स लगा उसको रोकने के लिए?
रूलिंग फ्रिक्शन.
ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स.
Friction force.
फ्रिक्शन फोर्स. जो ग्राउंड उसको रोक रहा है ना, ग्राउंड का जो फ्रिक्शन फोर्स है वो उसको रोकता है, धीरे धीरे रोकता है और धीरे धीरे उसको जीरो के पोजीशन में लाके फिर रेस्ट के पोजीशन में ले आता है. ठीक है.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the first law. Means the important thing is to understand that an object is having a natural tendency to maintain its position of rest or motion. Understanding? किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट में एक नेचुरल टेंडेंसी होता है, यदि वो रेस्ट में है तो रेस्ट में ही रहेगा, और यदि वो मोशन में है तो मोशन में ही रहना चाहता है. दिस नेचर इज कॉल्ड inertia. What is called?
Inertia.
Inertia means to maintain its position of rest or motion. Okay, so inertia can be defined as the natural tendency of an object.
Yes, sir.
Yes or not? Yes. So that's why I have written here, inertia is the natural tendency of an object to remain at rest or in motion at a constant speed along a straight line. Why a straight line? Why a straight line? Because the object kept in rest when applied a force on that it will start moving in a straight line because force have a particular direction. If the object will move in a particular direction, that means it will making a straight line. Yes or not? If the direction is a particular, then a straight line will be there ना. यदि आप अपने जहाँ पर खड़े हो वहां से एकदम ठीक पूरब की दिशा में जाओ towards the direction of the east, then you will start moving in a straight line or in different line.
Straight
Straight
line.
line.
Straight line. So since force have a particular direction, that's why the object will start moving in a straight line. आप एकदम सीधा सीधा फुटबॉल को किक करते हो तो स्ट्रेट लाइन में जाता है कि टेढ़ा मेढ़ा घूम के जाता
Straight line.
है? स्ट्रेट लाइन में जाता है. यदि उस ग्राउंड के ऊपर घास है, कोई स्टोन है, तो वहां से टकराने के बाद वो टेढ़ा मेढ़ा हो सकता है. But if there is no friction, then
It will go
start
straight.
moving straight line.
Will
That's why
not
it is saying
stop.
here. In other words, all objects resist a change in their state of motion. Means an object resist means it does not want to change the condition of its motion. वो रेस्ट में है तो रेस्ट में ही रहना चाहता है, मोशन में है तो मोशन में ही रहना चाहता है. That this nature is called inertia. Remember this. This nature of object is called inertia.
Inertia.
Means the maintaining the position of rest or the position
Motion.
of motion. Okay, now if we are talking about an object, it means that object has mass also. Yes or
Yes,
not?
sir.
So if the heavier more mass is there, now so to move that object, more force will be needed to move it. Okay. So this object, not understanding. If an object is of more mass, means if object is more heavier, then the maintenance of its position, maintaining its position will be more easier or not. For the rest position,
Yes, sir.
कोई बहुत हैवी चीज है तो उसको मूव करने के लिए हमको ज्यादा फोर्स लगाना पड़ेगा कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
So what is that? So mass of an object is a quantitative measure of inertia. Means जितना ज्यादा मास होगा उतना ही ज्यादा उसका इनर्शिया भी होगा. मतलब उसको रेस्ट में या मोशन में बने रहने का टेंडेंसी भी उतना ही ज्यादा होगा. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mass, more the mass, more will be the inertia of an object, and less is the mass, less will be the inertia. Understand? That is why written as vice versa. Vice versa means opposite case
अगर
also.
less हुआ तो less रहेगा, more हुआ तो more रहेगा.
हाँ, more the mass, more will be the inertia. Less the mass, less will be the inertia. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here we can find three types of inertia that can be found in an object. What is that? Inertia of rest first. Inertia of rest. Inertia of rest. Second is inertia of, can you see this?
Motion.
Motion.
And third is inertia of direction. Means what? If the object is in rest, it will try to maintain its rest position. Second is, if the object is in motion, then its motion needed to be maintained by the object. It wants to be in motion. And if a motion is in a particular direction, so the object will maintain its motion of the direction also. जिस डायरेक्शन में वो जा रहा है उसी डायरेक्शन में वो जाता रहेगा. Suppose you are just hitting a what
Carom coin.
striker of the carom board. So until it strikes any coin or the wall of the border, then it keep going on the straight line or not.
Yes, sir.
So that is the inertia of direction. Understanding?
Yes,
So let us understand one by one. Inertia of rest means an object at rest remains at rest until a sufficiently large external force is applied on it. जब तक कि हम कोई एक्सटर्नल फोर्स बाहर का फोर्स न लगाएं तब तक वो रेस्ट में मेंटेन रहेगा. क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
So it is again the natural tendency because this is called the inertia of rest.
Inertia.
Now, what is inertia of motion? If it is the tendency of an object to remain in the state of uniform motion, that is called inertia of motion. Suppose a car is moving with uniform acceleration. A car is moving in the constant velocity, and suddenly you apply brake to stop the car. तो आप कैसे हो जाते हो? आगे की ओर झुक जाते हो, आगे की ओर झुक जाते हो. और जब रेस्ट में थे और अचानक से गाड़ी बढ़ जाती है आगे तो क्या होता है?
पीछे तरफ झुकते हैं.
पीछे की ओर धक्का खाते हैं ना. आप रेलवे में आप ऐसा ज्यादा फील कर सकते हो रेल के डब्बे में बैठ के. So this is called the inertia of rest and motion. What happens in that case? When train is on the rest, then every person sitting on the bogie is in the rest. ठीक है? तो हमारा बॉडी रेस्ट में मेंटेन रहना चाहता है. हमारा बॉडी भी एक ऑब्जेक्ट है ना. तो हमारा बॉडी भी क्या होता है? रेस्ट में ही रहना चाहता है. और अचानक से रेल बढ़ गई आगे, तो रेल आगे बढ़ेगी तो हमारा बॉडी तो रेस्ट में मेंटेन रहना चाहता है. तो ट्रेन जब आगे बढ़ेगी तो हमारा बॉडी थोड़ा पीछे खिसकेगा. हमारा बॉडी एक्चुअली वहीं रहता है बट ट्रेन आगे बढ़ जाती है तो हमको लगता है कि हम पीछे खिसक गए क्योंकि हमारा बॉडी रेस्ट को मेंटेन
होता है वो पीछे जाने लगता है.
हाँ, वो पीछे जाने नहीं लगता एक्चुअली, वो अपने ही मोशन में है
नहीं,
बट हमको लगता है कि हम पीछे जा रहे हैं. Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, when the train is running and suddenly it stops, तो जब ट्रेन स्टॉप करता है तो हमारा बॉडी उस मोशन में रहता है, हम आगे बढ़ना चाहते हैं. ठीक है ना. और अचानक से ट्रेन रुक जाती है तो हम आगे बढ़ते रहते हैं, मतलब हम आगे की ओर धक्का खाते हैं, आगे की ओर झुकना पड़ता है. So this is called the inertia of motion. Understand? And now we are talking about inertia of direction. It is the tendency of an object to maintain its direction. This means an object moving in a particular direction continue to move in that direction until an external force is applied to change it. This is experienced when you are playing the carom board. That what I have told you ना. तो कैरम बोर्ड में डायरेक्शन का इनर्शिया को आप समझ सकते हो कि जब तक कोई एक्सटर्नल फोर्स उस पर न लगे या ऑब्जेक्ट कहीं से ना टकराए तब तक उसका डायरेक्शन नहीं चेंज होता है. है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
So this is inertia of direction. Now this is the very important term once again, that is called momentum. What is? What is the term?
Momentum.
Momentum.
Momentum. So what is momentum? Now I'm trying to make you understand. One small stone. Okay. Suppose I am throwing to hit you. आपको मारने के लिए या कैच देने के लिए हमने एक छोटा सा टुकड़ा पत्थर का या मार्बल का चाहे जिसका भी आपकी तरफ फेंका. और धीरे से फेंका तो आप उसको कैच कर लेते हो आराम से, ठीक है ना।
Yes,
यदि
sir.
उसी पत्थर को काफी तेजी से, मतलब स्पीड से आपकी तरफ फेंकेंगे तो क्या होगा?
चोट लगी।
बहुत से चोट लगते रोकने के बाद। मेरे को
चोट
पता है।
लग सकती है, ठीक है। और उसी मास का, उसी वेट का जो बुलेट निकलता है गोली से, बंदूक से, मास दोनों का सेम है। पत्थर जितना हैवी फेंके थे उतना ही हैवी मान लो बुलेट भी है, लेकिन वो निकला है गन से, तो उसकी
उसका
स्पीड
speed
कितनी
ज्यादा
होगी
होगा।
आप समझ सकते हो।
बहुत
देन
ज्यादा।
व्हाट विल हैपन?
It will
It
damage a
is
lot.
able to penetrate the body. This bullet is now able enough to penetrate our body. Yes or
sir.
not?
Yes, sir.
तो सेम मास का 3 तरह से यूज हम लोगों ने देखा। एक स्लो फेंका, एक थोड़ा तेज फेंका और एक बहुत तेज थ्रो किया। क्लियर? तो आखिर तीनों सिचुएशन में, in all these 3 different situation, the different effect we have received.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes,
So why
sir.
this happens? Why this happened? The question is why this
डिफरेंट
happened.
फोर्स भी तो अप्लाई हुआ था।
So the
So due to
हाँ जी,
speed of the body.
तो डिफरेंट फोर्स भी तो अप्लाई हुआ था ना।
फोर्स तो अप्लाई हुआ तभी तो उसका स्पीड डिफरेंट हुआ।
Yes,
क्लियर
sir.
ना? फोर्स ही अप्लाई हुआ। मान लो हम पत्थर की जगह बुलेट ही ले रहे हैं और बुलेट को हाथ से फेंका आपकी तरफ, आपने उसको कैच कर लिया और उस बुलेट को बहुत तेजी से फेंका। हो सकता है बहुत एक्सपर्ट हो, जैसे क्रिकेट के प्लेयर्स होते हैं, बहुत तेज बॉल को भी कैच कर लेते हैं, तो हो सकता है आप उसको भी कैच कर लो। लेकिन जब वही बुलेट को हम गन से फायर करेंगे तो उसको कौन कैच करेगा भाई?
जादूगर।
इज इट पॉसिबल टू कैच इट?
No, sir.
Yes, इसको कैसे
So
करेंगे?
what will happen? What will happen in these 3 different directions? In these 3 conditions, the velocity of the object is different. That's why mass was the constant, but the velocity of the object was different. That's why the total momentum was different. So what the thing you receive, now it is due to momentum. So what is momentum actually? Momentum is the multiplication, means the product of the mass and its velocity. Clear? Suppose see here, an object is of 1 kg, okay, and force is applied here 10 Newton. Okay, so 1 into 10, what will be? 10. Suppose 2 kg object into 5 Newton force is applied, then also become 10. उतना ही
Yes, sir.
मोमेंटम आपको लगेगा, उतना ही जोर लगाना पड़ेगा आपको उसको रोकने में। But if the force is applied here 5 Newton and the object is becoming heavier than, एक heavy object उसी speed से आ रहा है, then the total momentum will be
5
more ना।
kg ना सर, 5 kg
उसको रोकना डिफरेंट हो जाएगा, उसको रोकना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा। 5 kg, yes. So that is why we find difficult to stop those objects which are running towards us with more velocity. और मान लो वेलोसिटी भी इक्वल है, हम उसको रोक सकते थे। पहले वाले ऑब्जेक्ट को धीरे से फेंका, उसको रोक लिया, लेकिन एक हैवी को उतने ही धीरे से फेंकेंगे तो रोक लोगे क्या? मान लो एक 20 kg का शॉर्टपुट है और जैसे जितना स्लो स्पीड से या एक छत से उसको आपके ऊपर गिराया था कैच करने के लिए, एक छोटा सा मार्बल को आपने उसको कैच किया था। अब 20 kg का शॉर्टपुट बॉल को यदि गिराएंगे तो क्या उसको आप कैच कर पाओगे?
नो सर।
No, sir.
So what is the thing? Means velocity, if velocity is constant and mass is different, then also we can receive different momentum. ठीक है ना?
Yes, sir.
So what is the net value of the product of mass and velocity gives us the total momentum, and it is represented by the capital letter P or a small letter p also you can write. Understand? So what is the momentum?
So product of velocity and mass of the object.
The product of mass and its velocity. Understand? That's why the teacher sometimes saying also, if you are studying very well, if your study is going very well, then the teachers also saying that just keep it the momentum. इस momentum को बनाए रख, है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
कभी ऐसा सुना है कि नहीं? हाँ.
Yes, sir.
और जो बच्चे थोड़ा कम पढ़ रहे हैं उनको बोलते हैं कि थोड़ा सा मोमेंटम बढ़ाओ अपना. Means the total resultant they are saying to increase or to move. Just never say to decrease the momentum. So what is the actual momentum of an object? The product of mass and
its velocity.
You should remember it. It is very important. So now one more point is there, linear momentum. Linear momentum or momentum is a vector quantity. Because why it is a vector quantity? Because there is a product of velocity. Velocity क्या है?
So that magnitude
Move in a particular direction, na? That's why the momentum is also a vector quantity, because it equals the product of a scalar quantity mass and a vector quantity v, velocity. So the momentum will be vector. The direction of momentum is the direction along the velocity. तो डायरेक्शन वेलोसिटी पे डिपेंड कर रहा है, तो वेलोसिटी जिस डायरेक्शन में होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में मोमेंटम भी होगा. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? So the momentum of linear.
Sir.
Yes.
एक क्वेश्चन है.
हाँ, टाइम भी खत्म हो रहा है, जल्दी से.
सर अगर एक ईंट को अगर ऊपर से नीचे फेंकते हैं तो कोई रोक नहीं पाते हम लोग, ठीक? सर लेकिन अगर उसी ईंट को नीचे से ऊपर फेंकते हैं तो ऊपर जाने के बाद रोक लेते हैं.
तो वेलोसिटी उसका डिक्रीज करता है ना जैसे जैसे ऊपर जाता है.